This one's quite a story. His story begins on a college campus where everyone knew him. The guy everyone knew for his love for the bikes, elections, and occasional rule-bending stunts, holding number plates, parking his bike in the corridor, classic times. But the same college rebel became the mind behind the tech magic and the Google suite. A photography enthusiast, a karate champ, and a cool mentor. But today, we get to welcome him not as a rebel from the corridor, but as an awesome mentor with a big heart and a bullet. After SJC, he moved into R&D, joined IIIT Dharwad, became the first to submit his thesis, and quietly supported students along the way, paying fees, guiding projects, and helping anyone who needed it.
It's you suck on it.
Sometimes you might choke on it.
It's white inside.
Bruh.
Welcome, sir, to GDG's first episode of GDG Diaries.
Hi.
Sir, how are you doing?
Great.
How's your day today?
Day, as usual, academically, it was very tight schedule as per the timetable and things like. So anyway, it was already confirmed that today we were supposed to have this podcast, so I made myself free. So I'm also a bit curious about how the podcast is, what is it about? A lot of curious questions is what I'm expecting from you.
Sure.
See how it was.
Yeah, first of all, I'm sorry to keep you waiting.
Hey, that's fine.
Okay, so you are our mentor, GDG's mentor, and this will be the first episode for our series. How do you feel being in the podcast and being GDG's mentor?
Yeah, obviously GDG mentor for us it is a proud field. So initially when we started as early and you introduced yourself being a campus ambassador. So at the same time even I had the collaboration with Google Cloud Research Club. So it was more aligned with respect to our vision and intuition. That's where we met, and your team, complete GDG team, and your way of working. It was more learning for me as well. It was at a student level coordinating an event, organizing. It was fun, and also things are not that dependent on me as a mentor. So I put the credits on your team. And anyway, it's good to be a mentor of GDG.
Good for us to have you as a mentor too. Okay, has anyone said you that you were like Fahad Fasim?
Yeah, my wife always she okay. In my hairstyle recently, she always claims. That's how I look.
We also did a bit background research on you and heard that you were into karate and stuff. Can we know which belt were you in?
Oh, karate. Yeah, it was during schooling actually. So I completed the black belt. So actual scenario is during my childhood, I was very scared. We had the house, my native is near Mysore. So during my time, I was very scared to even commute from my house to my neighbor's house. So that was during my third standard. So that time, my mom motivated me, and that's where I started my karate journey. And during schooling, I completed black belt. And a couple of times, it was a kind of useful skill which I had.
Okay, you were more into bikes, cars and stuff. And you really love it. So here is a challenging question for you. Would you rather drive a TVS Excel forever or let a student fail?
TVS Excel forever.
Well, it would be like your sacrifice you selling for.
So correct. Your point is right because you told, as you mentioned, I'm very passionate about biking and motoring. So lifelong driving a TVS Excel may be a point to worry about. But even the current scenario of my lifestyle and my vision, my intuition of being in this profession, somewhere out of the balance things. And I feel this is the age where I compromise, a sacrifice kind of thing. So I feel that's why. And even I can enjoy the TVS Excel drive as well.
Okay. Sir, but TVS Excel doesn't go above 80.
When current Bangalore will not let you cross 80.
Okay. Now that you said that you are ready to sacrifice for a student, like it arises a question where we have to think about the work-life balance. Do you still consider doing this because this is a personal interest of yours, riding bikes? Now, if you are sacrificing it for your profession, how balanced is the work-life balance which you are having?
Correct. Well question. But the thing is, with the current scenario, not just about motoring or my hobbies, there are a lot of personal things that I have sacrificed. Because teaching is currently not just about a classroom regular teaching process. So we have a lot of other things that we do in research, student collaboration, clubs, initiatives. So it's very difficult to manage. And my priorities is there is certain age or certain time where certain things has to be done. So my personal experiences, I have enjoyed my life to the core during my college days. So that's the satisfaction what I currently have. And that is the motivation or vision what I have in future, how I should drive my students. So more in a perspective of student oriented is what decisions I prefer.
Okay, would you say that if someone else, if I was a teacher and if I chose to fail a student, would it be a wrong decision from my side as a teacher?
Depends. So practically student fail doesn't mean his career is ended. That's where he begins.
No, it's not like I'm purposefully failing a student. It's like he's going to fail. If I want, I can just give him 2 marks and pass. That's the situation we are in. So, will you still pick to drive Excel? Like give him the 2 marks which he needs to pass and
If he is about to fail, I let him fail because that's where he realizes and start learning. Intensely, it's not about the point. If he is about to fail, yes, he deserves to fail because that's where he learned, he revamped. So again, with more training, again, I'll be more motivated, I'll have more passion and I can contribute more to him to make sure next time he'll pass.
Okay. Okay. That was a good answer. Okay. What was the best phase in your life? Is it your engineering days, MTech days, schooling days, or your teaching career?
My PhD days was very memorable kind of thing. There are a lot of learning and that's where my life got revamped actually, practically. So the current version of me, for example, is all because of my PhD experience, what I got in IIIT that. So I prefer, there is a phase of life in every human's life. So my phase was during my doctoral degree where a lot of people I met who guided me in the right way. It was a good experience.
Okay. So he also did do a bit research and found that you were a bit more mischievous during that. Yeah. Yeah. So we heard some stories from our sources.
Okay, good sources.
Okay. So some were like, there was an incident where someone challenged you and you had to drive a bike in front of the cabin. Yeah, corridor, correct. Yeah, can you elaborate us more on that incident?
Okay, let me elaborate in brief and I'll leave it to your imagination. So it was a situation where, as usual, we had burned the gases. It was very afternoon. Actually, it was in our first year. And that's where I was very passionate. I had a RX bike. So it was like a good silence and nice throttle. A sound was very huge. If I enter the campus in the main gate, it used to listen to our academic block. That's how the sound was. So just like this, we all students were sitting and chit-chatting. So suddenly there was just like this, there was a task where advantages I was knowing few of the people in the institute. So I had that confidence that I can manage this. So with that confidence, I managed to have a small drive, not actually the lengthy one, just a very small one to just enter the corridor and exit. And that day of campus was totally different. And now things are very different. I don't motivate the current students to do it.
Okay. So did you get punished for doing that?
No, I was married.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay. Can you let us know what you consider was the best day in your life until now?
This day is actually when I started my career in 2013 in JSS. So I was not actually that responsible or kind of serious in career perspective. So I did my all engineering and masters, everything from myself. So then I started career is in Bangkok, in cyber electric. So, IT job, it was very cool. Kind of a totally different experience. So there was one move which I took from industry to academics. That's where that's on 2030. I joined this Institute of Valentine's Day, January 14th. So kind of advantages so that I can remember the date actually. Anyway, so once why I'm calling this as a memorable in my life is the first batch which I had as my students. So even now, they are like my close friends. We have some 5 people, like a gang. So they are really doing good in IT also. That's where I got motivated. I was practically not confident to be a teacher because I was not that type of a person to be a mentor or a teacher. It was not in my thought process that I have to end up in an academician, as academician or something. So my thought was going abroad, being in IT. So I had a different mindset and life study. So once I shifted in 2013, so that's where students played a very important role. That's where my first class was on computer networks. Practically, I was very nervous because that's where the first I was addressing so many number of students, like over 60 plus students I addressed in a class. Practically, very nervous in the first class. But the way I was almost towards the board, I didn't even turn back, and I was not in a state of seeing students' face or reaction. Or I was a bit scared even what questions they asked. So that was the experience practically most of us have. So, but the support what the first batch gave was so confident that from my second class itself, I was so well mingled with them. So it was nice blend between me and students. So it was all learning at a very happy life. Then onwards, I started experiencing, liking this profession, and that's where I'm here today.
We really hope that even we get a chance to be in the close circle of yours.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just have an intrusive question. Should I let my intrusive thought win?
Yeah, sure.
Would you rather watch?
Hello, sir.
Hi.
So I'll be taking on from here because we can't let him continue for legal reasons.
I obviously most expect him this guy.
Yes. So should we just continue?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is one question that every student wants to know the answer to. So why did you decide to be a teacher? If you weren't a teacher, then what would you possibly be?
Okay, nice. But not just our students. Everyone, when I came to this profession, the first question they asked was, why switching from IT to a teaching profession? So firstly, they have a normal opinion being a teacher. So actually, teacher's job is not really a normal job, because whatever the citizens of India or any country is being shaped or mentored, it's all because of teachers. And we, to be a teacher, were once a student. So as I was previously talking with Bukun, so I had no vision or thought of being a teacher. So the experience what I got in JSS with my first batch, that is where I got motivated to continue my profession as a teacher. So and the first difference, how IT to academics. IT is more of finishing a project or working on a project, working on a fixed deliverables is what we do there. Practically, that's what in RLE or any service-based companies we do. But in academics, you have the flexibility of defining what work you can do beyond your teaching learning process. So we have flexibility of working on our own ideas, copyrights, patents, publishing our own articles. So the flexibility of your interest is more. And you get a good students community where it's not about students learn from teachers. Practically, I learn from my students. So that's a mutual benefit. I work with a lot of students and a lot of students club as well. So where we get to learn a lot of things by the current generation, because students are the young minds. Through the young minds is what we get the good ideas. So the current expected in academics is innovation. Right. So how innovatively you can think depends on your students community. So that's why my opinion for all students, or suggestion practically what I call, is they should express, they should talk, they should think. Not like a AI, but to build like a AI system. So that's what makes me also interested in this profession. We get the continuous learning. So learning is not at one point after schooling or after the college or after degree or something. So it's a continuous process. What I do, I teach, I learn. It's completely like a recurring process in my life. That's where I got passionate and interested in this profession.
That's a very fair answer, actually. Just a follow-up question for that.
Yeah.
As we discussed earlier, you were kind of a mischievous student, right?
Very, yeah.
So if you come across a mischievous student, what is your approach or how do you deal with the student?
Practically, I see myself first thing.
Hmm.
And obviously, there was a lot of ups and downs because of my mischievous behaviors. I have also experienced a lot of ups and downs in my career. It's not today's Abhilash. I always look back how I came, how I reached here, what struggles I had. So I personally mentor many of such students. First thing is I'll support them with the current situations, and I'll educate them to make sure. Many times I've given my own examples, what I had done, how it changed my life, or if I had not done that, how would I have been in a current scenario. There are obvious lot of things in every individual company. But practically, in my perspective, always I give my own example because I have experienced. Today's students, according to me, they are nothing in the mischievous behaviors. Because there are a lot of academic activities in our colleges or schooling days. No such huge academic activities where we carried out. It was a regular courses, exams, internals. But now you are occupied with a lot of academics.
Right.
So mischievous behavior is optimal, not up to some extent.
So are you saying students these days are less mischievous than before?
Mischievous is very less, but they are very irresponsible is what I feel.
The response.
Whereas responsibleness is what we expect.
Okay. So you're saying they're less mischievous. Should the students take this as a challenge?
Not actually. I'll leave it to their head.
Okay.
Okay.
These days, as you said, they're not responsible, but some of them are also juggling many responsibilities at a time. Some students are going through hardships with their personal life. So I just want to know, what is one stress busting activity you do when you get stressed, and what are like your hobbies?
Very good question actually. Hobbies will come later. Practically for a teacher, stress relief is the 1 hour academic session what we take according to any subjects, not particularly to any individual subject. So my experience is the most peaceful time in my career or in my day is the 1 hour class which I take, because during that time I'll be completely onto a particular topic. So my intuition will be completely on making sure students understand this in a more practical approach. And so I take a lot of examples, some real-time use cases. So during this time, for a person, when you do not think on a part of that subject, it's purely a stress relief. So you'll be in a total peace of mind, and it will be a very satisfied time. After this 1 hour, when you go out of the class, you'll feel very relaxed. Right. So practically what I suggest for students, if they are very stressed, they feel academic activities, assignments, write-ups, we are too stressed. Even not just about the engineering students, even my kid who is 3.5 years, maybe in a year you also blame I was stressed because of the activity, mainly thing academic activities, but they have a different meaning for stress. So for students, stress booster or a relief is they should learn to talk, learn to present their ideas, come up with the forums. I always encourage them to have a student clubs, forums. So they'll not think beyond academics, because this is a right time for them to learn, shape their future. So apart from that, just sitting in a corridor, spending some time playing games or watching YouTube shorts is all unnecessary things which they'll not learn anything.
Right.
This is a golden time what they have to incur. So my opinion is they have to start speaking, start expressing themselves, getting involved in a number of clubs, activities. Academically is what they can relieve the stress is what my opinion is.
Right. So according to you, getting engaged in club activities and expressing themselves is helping in stress relief, right?
And activities is not just pertaining to technical as well.
Right.
Not technical activities of cultural if they're interested.
So there is a very non-technical activity that you have done in the past. And let's see how much of stress relief that has provided you. Breaking the speed limit on your bike with the number plate bent. How much stress relief does that give you?
More than stress relief, it's a satisfaction that you missed something.
So what was your reason for doing that? What was running through your head?
It's just for fun.
Just for fun. So there was no incidents with the traffic police or...
Yeah, nothing personal. My vehicle always have a fine. That's fine. I had filed with the fines, but it was just for fun.
Okay. And you have never been caught by the police?
Practically, no.
Oh, okay. So do you think that's an achievement?
No.
Oh, okay.
Never.
Okay. Another question that runs through the heads of many students. What was your favorite subject, and was there any teacher that you looked up to? Or any teacher that motivated you, or any subject that was your favorite?
So, C programming initially I started during my career. I told first I started with computer networks. Accordingly, every semester I used to change the subjects. So, C programming was my favorite subject because we used to get a chance to teach for non-IT branches as well.
Right.
So, that's where I used to meet mechanical, electronics, civil, all branch of students. So, I used to understand the mindset of learning. So, it depends. Being in computer science learning programming is different. Being in mechanical learning programming is a different aspect. So, teaching programming for a non-IT branch was a challenging job. So, I used to like that because of this reason. And always we have our senior, Snehalata Ma'am from computer science department. So she was my first HOD whom I reported to actually.
Okay.
And she is the best faculty and always my motivator.
Okay, what about your school days or your engineering days? Was there any one teacher who inspired you? You saw the teacher and you decided, I wish to be like him, I wish to be like her.
Engineering, sorry, but I was talking about my postdoc. That time, my guy, Professor Kavir Nahesh, he was a former director of IIIT Ghana. He was my guy for my PhD. So I used to like his lectures, the way he teach, the way he get involved in the subjects, and a lot of moral things also he teach. Beyond, it's not just about learning technical thing, right? Moral is very important for current generation. So that's where I was telling you my life completely got changed after my PhD degree. So all credits to my guide and mentor.
That is some very nice words for your mentor. So just to keep things chill, sir, let's play a game now, shall we? So the game is very simple. You'd be holding a phone to your head, okay? And there will be a word written on the phone. You cannot see the word. The audience here, they'll be giving you clues and you have to guess what word is it. Shall we do it?
Yeah.
Let's have it.
Okay. It's something we eat.
Vegetables. It's tall.
It's long.
It's something we drink.
It's hard.
It's black.
You can something very young. You suck on it.
Sometimes you might choke on it.
Any guesses, sir?
Guesses. Tall, black, juicy. Next.
Something you can suck.
Okay, we'll make a bit more descriptive. Okay, you use it on festival. There is some festival where you.
In January.
Yeah.
It's sweet.
Okay, sugar cane.
Okay, so I'm sure the audience had a lot of fun with that segment, but how was it for you? Was it fun or was it nerve-wracking?
No, initially got country, but January crank it.
Okay, it's very crappy. Okay, so we just have like an interesting question and it's a very deep question. Okay, so what's your biggest regret in life and what's one advice you would give to the students?
Regrets in the sense, obviously, choosing computer science practically was a regret. Actually, my passion was to be a civil engineer.
Right.
But during 2005 and 6, that era, there was a lot of IT boom.
Right.
I was like getting a computer science seat in engineering was a great thing, right? So that forcefully changed my career. Always, even now, I was constructing our own house. I had a lot of regret again. But doing the profession, never see my friends who are civil engineers or were having a very cool life compared to us. They have because your interest is a reflection. Once you construct something, it's your reflection. What you had thought is being constructed. So I was more on to that civil engineering. But due to the trend and family interest, I was shifted to computers. So anyway, after joining computers, obviously as a student, interest comes, but not up to the mark. Right? That's one regret always I have. Even recently, I was remembering the past.
And any advice you would like to give to the students?
Regrets are obvious. It's not like we cannot leave or choose a career without having any regrets. So more than thinking and regretting on something, we should have a wise decision. It's not about practically asking n number of people to what to do or what to pursue, what to eat, how to live, what to study, where to work. It's instead of asking n number of things, we should ask our own soul. Right? Because everyone has their own interest. Because being an engineer forcefully is not an engineer. True. So it depends on our own interest. If I am passionate in engineering, my coding will be very optimized. If I am not passionate, I may have a lengthy code which may not fit the current industry standards. So similarly, instead of regretting, it's better to move ahead with whatever we have and make it the best one.
Right.
So that's what I suggest all my students have.
Okay, and any advice to the GDG team, to me, to the host?
GDG is currently doing good as Mukund and team. I appreciate everyone's interest.
Okay.
So concentrate on academics as well. Academics is something which you also need to balance.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
having a podcast publicity is a good thing, good approach. I appreciate. Parallelly, I want to see your colorful marks, academic scores at. Because blessing is what important. Is something very important and continuous.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.